Hey, buddy. Hey, pal. I just heard myself over the stream. That's alright. I'm just trying to work on my camera to see. Sometimes it's like really laggy sometimes. It's all about the brightness. Like the more brightness I have, the laggier it gets. There we go. Sometimes it's just laggy. Like the new camera I got, it's like really nice, but sometimes like the resolution's too good on it. I think that's better. Gotcha. Well, yeah, but even like when I recorded that YouTube video, it's just a little glitchy-ish, laggy-ish. I just have to fuck with it. And get this Mac, they didn't put anything that to change like the settings of the camera. I had to download an.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the G12 Network, the very best NCAA Football 14 online dynasty around. And who else could introduce the G12 better than me? That's right, the coach. Now, thank you for supporting everybody at G12. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome into the G12 Network. Week 3 is upon us here. I'm Hardcore CB. With me in the booth today is Nasty Natty Gaming. What is going on, my friend?
Nothing much. Super excited for the game tonight between Deez and Kaz. It's going to be a fun one, baby.
Yeah, you said it first. We have DeezDiabetezz and his South Carolina Big Gamecocks taking on CazCray and his Florida State Seminoles. This takes me back a little bit because this summer in the college football home tournament, which was really the first tournament that kind of got us all in the same room, we got to see DeezDiabetezz taking on CazCray, and CazCray was able to get the win that day. But since then, DeezDiabetezz has been behind the sticks a ton, and he's back for vengeance this time. What are you thinking of this game as we kind of get ourselves into this one?
So I didn't see that because this is my first time in the G12, but I know I seen Deez last week against Fantasy. He had good user skills. And then I know I played Kaz in the first week of this G12 season 2, and I know he has a good offense. It's going to be about who makes the most turnovers and who stops somebody. That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, what did you learn from playing him? Your defense obviously played really well in that game, but what is DeezDiabetezz going to have to do on defense and offense in order to prevail today?
So Kaz does a really fantastic job of keeping a balanced offense.
Who not only has one of the best followings in the G12, but has really played NCAA football at least 3 times a week for the last, 3, 4, 5 months. I mean, what's he got to do to stop this guy?
Yeah, so Deez, we know Deez is on the sticks a lot. He has a great following, a great community. I noticed that Deez likes to do like some motion, and Kaz needs to. When he does pass the ball, sometimes I learned that it can be projected, like you can see it coming, and I think that's what helped me in the first game. But like I said, there was times where he ran the ball and passed the ball very well in these spurts, and I think Deez can do it. Deez is a great player. We learned that last week against Fantasy. He has a great user. He has a great offense. I mean, a high flying, let the ball fly in, baby. So I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and as we can begin to look in at this matchup, Week 3 is just getting started here. We have 4 games this week. Obviously, this is the first one tonight. Tomorrow we'll be back action. Nasty, you're actually in that game taking on the runner-up Baker Vision, who hasn't played a game yet with his Buckeyes. That'll be tomorrow night. On Wednesday, myself will be playing against Yofi, and then on Thursday, to wrap it up, will be Thrizzy versus Stoner Gamer. A jam-packed week, so I don't know if you have too much stuff going on. Just clear the list. Don't help the kids with homework this week because you're going to be right here at the G12 all night. What do you think of these games that we have going on this week?
It's the first week that we've had more than 2 games this week. So I mean, like you said, we are packed. We got some of the best content creators, we got some of the best players, we got some of the funnest players, we got the most people that are just different, like a bear. It's just another beautiful week G12 is putting on for this community. And like you said, Hardcore, if you got to help with the kids with the homework, maybe it's time for the old lady to take a spot for you, because it's going to be jam packed, baby.
Yeah, and it's not going to get any less jam-packed as the season goes along. Now, when we dive deep into this matchup tonight, the computer is kind of gone off the fritz a little bit here. 21-point spread tonight in favor of DeezDiabetezz. Now, I am the man behind the computer, and all I have to say to defend it is it really liked the shutout against Fantasy World League, and that's kind of what gave it that. What do you think of this 21-point spread?
When I first seen it, and I, like I said, I've played Kaz in the first week. I was like, wow, the computer is maybe took a little something before that reading, but I don't see a shutout. I don't see a 21 spread. I think it's going to be closer than people think. I think this is going to be a real test for Deez. I really do.
It looks like the game is starting, but I don't have a feed. Do you have a feed up?
I do have a feed. Kaz just kicked it off to Deez. Deez gets the ball first.
Why don't you take it for a second as I try to figure out my feed situation here.
Okay. Yep, we got Deez getting the ball first. Kaz looks like he's going to be running some 3-4.
Thank you, Fantasy. There we go. All right, I am back with you now here. 1st and 10 now. We are going to get to see...
Here we go, baby.
Deez drop back to pat. Oh, and right off the bat, Ryan Helinski throws it to the outside, and it just hits right off the shoulder pads of the running back, and it's going to be 2nd and 10, just like that.
Yeah. Was that a motion play? I didn't see it. Or was that a wheel route by the running back? I didn't catch that.
I think it was just a wheel route out of the backfield, I believe. That's all that one was there.
I know Deez loves using that running back and wheel routes and motions, so be ready for that. And if you see that motion play he did against Fantasy, be ready for that long motion all the way to the outside, getting a linebacker on his running back play.
Now here we go. Now 2nd and 10. Here we go. Back to pass. Plenty of pressure coming up the middle. It's going to be cover 2. And he finds the post route open to the middle to his favorite target, the tight end, Nick Muse.
Beautiful play. Way to beat the cover 2. Amazing play by Deez right there.
Now these 2 players were voted on by the G12 as follows. DeezDiabetezz was ranked 3rd in the G12 by the players and coaches, and CazCray was ranked 7th. His 1st and 10 is going to be a read option, and he's got nowhere to go. Zaquandre White brings him down in the backfield. He whited out that play, and it's going to be a 2nd and long. And Nasty, as we get into this here, on the road, getting the ball first, how important is it for DeezDiabetezz to go down the field and score here?
Yeah, it's going to be important to get some points here. But at the same time, we don't want to make a mistake. This is like any game. It's a filling out process, but you want to get points here to set the mode for this game, but you don't want to get too deep into your pocket here. But you got to get some points for your Deez.
After this, the Gamecocks will have a couple bye weeks before having to travel to Ohio State. So this is a pretty big win. DeezDiabetezz got Texas to start with, but now on the road for this game, and then Ohio State right afterwards. And 2nd and 12, looks like CazCray is thinking that the pass is coming. Here comes 5 wide now. He splits the running back out of the backfield. Helinski's by himself. Only 4 seconds left on the play clock. He dumps it over the middle. It's caught, almost intercepted, but it's completed over the middle to Joyner, and he picks up 8. Nasty, are you ahead of me?
I've seen it a little bit ahead of you I got it open on both screens, but I can watch what we got here in our feed.
Okay, I have it on both too. If the other one's moving faster, I have no issue watching that one.
It's kind of like 50-50, and honestly, some are ahead and then it flips back, so that's why I got them both open.
Yeah, same.
No worries there. Feed though.
3rd and 4, pivotal 3rd down here. Pivotal 3rd down. CazCray desperately trying to get off the field. DeezDiabetezz trying to move the ball here. right at midfield. Oh, and now we're sped up the pass. Here comes the throw. He's going to drop it off on a wheel route. No one's over there. He's got himself the first down and then some. He tries to juke. He doesn't do it, but he picks up the first.
What a play. There's that running back in that wheel route again from Deez. Well done. You can't forget about that running back. Deez loves to use it.
Yeah, nobody took him out of the backfield. And it's funny to watch their two faces. CazCray looking very focused. I don't want to say it, but Deez looks a little confident. He's got a little bit of a, obviously got the bandana on, but he's looking focused, but he's looking pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah, Deez with that bandana is just a different animal, I tell you. Oh.
First and 10 now. If you're ahead of me, you can go ahead and call it. But
yeah, we got a big sack from Kaz right there. That drops him back to 2nd and 20 now. A huge sack by Kaz.
It jumped me ahead. Now I'm back where you are, about 5 minutes on in the first quarter. I don't know exactly what's going on. I can make sure.
Yeah, they're flip-flopping. I see it. I'm seeing it. Got them both open, going back and forth. We got a 2nd and 20 coming here from Deez. What kind of play do you got here, Hardcore, for a 2nd and 20? What's a long play?
Well, you're going to try to at least get some of it back here. I'm assuming that's what Deez is thinking as well. I think that's exactly what CazCray is thinking here, coming out in cover 3. Cray doesn't want to give up anything over the middle here as time can. He's using all the play clock yet again here. He's dropped back the pass. He's going to throw it over the middle. It's completed. He does give up the play over the middle. He knew it was coming. He thought he was going to be able to defend it, but he picked up 19, and now it's 3rd and easy for DeezDiabetezz.
Comes a little hurry up from Deez. He's feeling confident.
He's feeling good, trying to not let him substitute. Here we go, 3rd and 1. He's got plenty of time. He's going to run it up the gut, and he's got himself some space and another first down via Zaquandre White. Picks up 5 more and another first down. And he's been the go-to guy on 3rd and short.
Yeah, beautiful play by Deez. No thinking about it. Get right to the line of scrimmage. Don't let Kaz think about it. Make him rush a defensive play. Beautiful play by Deez right at the middle.
1st and 10 now from inside the 30. Cycling through his plays, trying to find what's going to work for him. CazCray's thinking, hey, all of a sudden there's only 4 minutes left in the first quarter. I haven't even sniffed the football. Very lethargic. 3 minutes off the clock already as he comes out in his kind of goal line formation. Helinski's in motion. He's going to give the jet sweep to the near side. Not a lot of room over there. He's going to get brought down. Shi Smith loses 2 yards. Interesting decision to go to the near side of the field there, Nasty.
Yeah, that was one of those motion plays from Deez. I think we've seen a lot of that against Fantasy last week. He did a lot of jet sweep kind of motion-y plays like that. It was an interesting call to go to the near side, maybe trying to catch Kaz off guard, but Kaz is right on top of it. Good play. Here we go. We got a 2nd and 12 from the 30.
2nd and 12 now. I just got a message from Chuck saying that he's going to get my Xbox all good to go. He's able to fix it, so that's sweet. That definitely distracted me for a second. Here's a 2nd and 12. Looks like CazCray's going to bring the. What a great guy Chuckleberry is. Here's the pass. It's completed over the middle, and he loves those crossing routes. And again, it's Joyner, so we were expecting a lot to Muse, but really it's been Joyner now. 3 catches for 35 yards on this opening drive.
Yeah, beautiful under route there from Deez. He's doing a very good job of not getting flustered. If he does lose a bunch of yards, he's using all the downs, getting what he needs to, and setting them up for better situations. Other than like a 2nd and 8 or a 2nd and 10, or 3rd and 8, he's getting 3rd and 4. It's way more manageable.
Ever since I turned off my Discord, I've had a lot better service. So I think that takes up a lot of the bandwidth, I think, sometimes. 3rd and 4 now. Another 3rd down. Can CazCray find a way to get off the field here? A stop here would be a win for him.
Yeah. Thrizzy, thank you so much for the rate of 22. Welcome in, everybody coming in from Thrizzy's stream. Thank you for joining the G12 channel. We're getting to
and a big run right up the middle. Zaquandre White cannot be stopped on 3rd down. That is multiple times now. I believe it's the last 3 3rd downs he's gone to his running back to pick up the first. Again, Thrizzy and all of his Thrizcanauts, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys very much for being here and supporting the G12. And we've got ourselves a barn burner today. Just kidding. 4 minutes in, we have yet to see anything but DeezDiabetezz. CazCray has yet to touch the football. Deez has been methodical. He's been lethargic at some times, but he's been precise on 3rd down as he finds himself with a 1st and 10. And he's going to run to the left side. He's got some room. He rumbles. He stumbles, and he finds himself just shy of the end zone, but another 8-yard run. And it's been all Zaquandre White so far.
Yeah, I'm noticing Deez is he gets that. I forget what that called where you have the running back and the fullback next to you, the shotgun. But he loves doing that with either a fake motion across the middle to get Kaz to get the user out of step. But good run play by Deez. Here we go.
And DeezDiabetezz, he's going to tell you this all the time. Nut up or shut up. He loves to just dive it up the middle and sometimes see if he can just outman you, out-physical you, and get the job done. That time he comes up a little bit short here. Another third down, Nasty, and so far it's been all Deez on these third downs.
Yeah, be ready for the motion right here, trying to get it to the outside for Deez. I have a feeling he might be going back to that, or he might just say, get it right.
He might just grab his groin and say, come on now. Here he goes. He's going to do the QB sneak. Oh, they gave it to him. That's a tough spot, ladies and gentlemen.
Turnover chain. Turnover chain. Wow, big stop from Kaz. That was extremely close.
Wait, no, they did give it to him.
Oh, did they? Oh, the turnover thing. I thought it was third down. I almost had a Tom Brady moment right there.
No worries. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty there, but yeah, first and goal. I don't know, Bob. I think I need another closer look at that one because that one looked like he did not get it. CazCray's got to be besides himself there. Thought he had himself a stop. Now, first and goal, and again, not very many down linemen. Looks like this might be coming right up the gut here. Let's see what he does. He's going to run it up the gut. Oh, my goodness. Is it a turkey on Thanksgiving? Because that was stuffed. That time, Zaquandre White had nowhere to go on second and goal now.
Yeah, beautiful done, Cat. I would be a little upset. I don't know about that spotting from the last play, but I know that would be a turnover. I think right there if you got that. So it was a good stop by Kaz. But here we go, getting right back to the line.
Yeah, too bad we're not playing horseshoes, Nasty.
Get in there, White.
Two backs in the backfield. Here he goes. He's going to run it again. Same exact play. White this time gets a little bit closer, but yet again cannot get in the end zone. Only 1 minute left to go in this first quarter, and CazCray has not even had the football yet. DeezDiabetezz is literally just soaking in all the time of possession as we have approached a third and goal now.
Yep, from the 1 yard line, we're running into about. We might hit the second quarter on this drive. Deez is taking all the time. I see something about getting outside or a play action from Deez right here. The running up the middle, Kaz is extremely waiting on it with his user. Look for something outside or a motion outside run, something.
He only has one down lineman right now. Only one down lineman, third and goal. What's he going to do? Same split back formation. He's going to go back to the screen. He's going to dump it off, and he's got nobody there. Can he get in? He does. Touchdown, Zaquandre White yet again. On third down, he went to his running back.
Yeah, beautiful play call. Getting it. That was completely off guard. I know Kaz, I didn't think was expecting the screen. That was well played by Deez. Well played. And he goes up 7, takes up all the first quarter. It's time to see what Kaz can come back with here.
Well, that's my next question for you, Nasty, is I hate to say it, but CazCray, 0-1 now, obviously lost to you. Has now a chance, but he's down by 7 already to DeezDiabetezz. All the pressure now on him. What's he got to be thinking right now?
I mean, he might be. I don't think you're shook here if you're Kaz. You need to just take your time. It's the end of the first. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, he's broken free. Dodson, he fumbled it. He fumbled it. He rumbled and he bumbled and he stumbled. The ball came out, and there was a little bit of NCAA there. He fought too hard, and DeezDiabetezz has the football back already. And CazCray has yet to be on offense again.
Wow. I didn't see if he was a knee down, but it looked pretty clean fumble. I don't know though, but that's bad.
I think it was clean too. And just like that, this tired Florida State Seminole defense has to get back on their horse because they're back on defense and they're going to run it again. Power formation there. Zaquandre White breaks a tackle, picks up 7, and just like that, there's only 30 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And Deez knows they're tired, and he came out in a pro, and I have a feeling, what a play by Deez right there, just to come right and grind it right in a pro formation right there. Beautiful done by Deez. What a break.
That is a huge break for DeezDiabetezz. 10 seconds left. It'd be interesting to see if he does snap it here. CazCray is sending everybody and their mother. He is going to snap it. It's a pass. He's going to dump it off underneath, and it's completed, but only for 1 yard. And that will do it for the first quarter here. Guys, thank you for being here. If you haven't already, make sure to follow. If you're not a part of the Discord and you want to be more a part of the community and all the different things that we do here at the G12, make sure to join the Discord. It really is a great time. We can deserve all and get as much help as we possibly can. I'm obviously Hardcore CFB, and with me in the booth tonight is Nasty Natty Gaming.
Yeah, it's been an extremely fun first quarter. Deez is going to come right out here in that same formation that he's been running most of the game here. Running backs outside.
You know what I mean?
He gets it.
He caught it. Cray was actually going for a little bit of a strip there, but it was unsuccessful. And another third down conversion. And yeah, as you mentioned, Nasty, Deez loving that split back formation. What would you do right now to kind of stop that?
So Kaz right there did hook up he did a man-to-man. He hooked up his running back. He hooked up his, I guess that's his fullback next to him in that split. And you got to have a good user if you're you got to guard that middle, because that's exactly what that play is trying to open up, is get you outside and then forget about the middle right there, like this.
Oh my goodness, that was a bamboo tattoo I've ever seen one. He stuck him, only picked up a couple that time. And we're seeing a little bit of rhythm here from Deez. He's going to that split back set, then he's going to that crossing route play. He really likes those two plays. And then obviously the Zaquandre Wright machine has just really taken over this game so far.
Yeah, so in this, Deez is getting the ball out of his hand extremely quickly. He's making people look at the outside, but attacking the middle right here. I would drop like 8 or 9.
He's going to throw it, and he's got him. Oh, and it's incomplete. CazCray finally catching a little bit of a break this time. So far, it's been all Deez on the fortune of luck, when mostly because CazCray hasn't even had the football on offense yet. 3rd and 7 now. How crucial is it for the Seminole defense to get a stop here?
Got to get off the field here, your Kaz. Have to. This is you had a bad break. This would be a win, even if you give up 3 here. You still have a chance. He's got to play good defense. Watch the middle. Watch the outside to the running back.
Look, he likes he's sending the entire house here on 3rd and 7. Here they come. He's going to throw it quick, and he's got to complete. So man coverage that time. The simple out route was just too easy for DeezDiabetezz. It's an easy throw.
Yeah, Deez picked up on that man-to-man. I think he even made his running back block. He had a couple extra blockers in there. Had like maybe 2 people in a route or 3. That was well picked up by Deez.
And again, it's been the talk of the first half so far is 3rd down conversions for DeezDiabetezz. Absolutely has been unstopped on 3rd down so far. And that was actually one of the more difficult ones to pick up. We've seen a lot of 3rd and shorts, but 3rd and 7, we thought maybe CazCray was going to be able to get a stop there, but unsuccessful thus far on 3rd down.
Yeah. Deez is doing a great job with this passing game. Here we go again. Outside.
He's throwing it, and it's a wheel route again. It's completed. CazCray's running all over the place. I think it might have been the fullback, actually. Picks up 7 yards, and I was inside the 10 again. 5:30 left on the clock. Keep that in mind for you fans at home. CazCray has yet to be on offense with 5:30 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, if you're running man here from Kaz, at this point, I would take whatever linebacker's guarding the running back, put it on the side of the running back for that wheel route, drop a lineman, at least one into where that linebacker would be to watch the slants, and you got to be able to use her. He has to make an adjustment here.
And with the counter, baby, and there's another one.
Here we go.
Like I said,
2nd and 3 is going to run a counter play. And Zaquandre White walks into the end zone for an easy touchdown. And just like that, the Gamecocks are up 14-0 with 5:16 to go. We haven't even seen the Seminoles on offense yet.
Yeah, Kaz just terrible break. Deez is taking advantage of it, and he's playing extremely well. Kaz just does not have an answer for what Deez is throwing at him right now.
Well, the good news for CazCray is he will get the ball to start the second half. So he goes down and scores here. Nothing's really changed. He's in an okay position. But man, he really needs to put together a drive here. He's not going to have a chance to fumble this kick return because it's out of the back of the end zone, and the Seminoles will set up shop at their 25-yard line. What are you expecting from CazCray? Now, you've got to play against him on defense. Now down 14, what do you think he's going to be doing here?
Like I tell everybody, if it's the first half still, do not abandon anything. And Kaz has not shown anything. Go in here the way you were going to play. Play your offense. You still have time. You get ball at half. There's no need to rush here. Don't give the ball back to Deez. No need to rush. Play your ball. You got time. You have plenty of time, Kaz.
Oh, well, he had time to run right into a brick wall. That's what happened on 1st down. Nowhere to go. A little bit of a miss blocking communication there. It looked like the fullback kind of just did a lookout block, and Deshaun Corbin was left in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah. At the same time, you don't want to be too conservative. You just got to go with the win. He's got a lot to figure it out. He's got to see what Deez is. The first time Deez is on defense, so we're gonna see. You just can't be too conservative though.
2nd and 11, dropping back to pass. And this time, Blackman has a big gain. He picks up 13, 14. He's got himself a first down. And that is something that Deez did a lot of against Fantasy World League. Dropped, I think, only 2 or 3 there. Or, excuse me, only rushed 2 or 3 there. Put everyone else into coverage. And Fantasy didn't take advantage of that all the time as far as running up the gut. But right off the bat, CazCray said, you're going to do that to me. I'm taking the 14 right up the middle.
Yeah, it's something you got to see throughout the game.
He's got a big old boy there.
It's like you said, it's Deez's first time on defense. You get it?
The 21 spread, though,
No,
right?
incomplete.
Okay.
Incomplete there. Emigs with the sub. Thank you for the sub, Emigs. You don't got to do that, but we appreciate it nonetheless. And it looked like Deez was pretty good in coverage. I'm surprised that I thought maybe it was going to get picked off. The user was right around there.
Yeah, that was almost another bad break for Kaz. He's got to figure it out here. I know it's his first time. It's first time seeing what Deez is throwing at him, but he's got to play. He's got to come up big here. Got to get some kind of points and take some clock.
I was there.
4:34 remaining on the clock. Looks like he's going to come out 5 wide now. He's going to drop back the pass. Blackman has time. Deez was ready for it, only rushing 3, but he's found a little soft spot in the zone, and Young has himself a first down. And now the Seminoles are in the Gamecocks territory at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for Florida State.
Yeah, way to be patient right there. And he was thinking about running out of the pocket, but he stayed in the pocket, waited, and made the correct read, made the correct throw. Well played by Kaz right there.
I'm impressed that he's able to throw the ball so well when there's 8 guys in coverage, but he did a great job there. Now, can he keep that momentum going? I formation, a huge tight end at fullback behind him. Now it looks like Deez is thinking about it might be a run here. Now he's going to audible. Here comes the audible. But Deez was just bluffing. It wasn't a blitz. It didn't matter, though. Still a first down completed to Helton. And CazCray now has got a little bit of momentum back now. We're starting to see little things change here as CazCray is almost inside the red zone.
Yeah, that was a good play. Another way to beat that, dropping 3 in the D-line or whatever, dropping 8, 10, 11 people, is to come out in big formations like that and make people hesitation with play action because they won't drop as many people thinking that you're going to run. So that was a good play call, Kaz. I think Kaz is seeing what Deez is doing.
Yeah, Deez loves this. I mean, there's so much space if he's willing to run it. And he's going to run it this time, and Corbin picks up 7. And that's kind of what CazCray needs to get going, because as long as DeezDiabetezz is in his 3-man front and worried about the pass, CazCray is going to struggle to throw the football. But if you can pick up a couple yards, how does that open up the rest of the offense for him?
Yeah, what it's going to do is it's going to keep Deez. It's going to keep him honest. It's going to make Deez throw different packages out here, and it's going to keep him honest from dropping all those people.
I didn't know. How did CazCray get Coach Shadamas?
Who is that? Is that Florida State's coach or?
Yeah.
I thought no clue on that one.
Well, we'll have to double check the rules, but I thought we were sticking to 20. Like you weren't allowed to increase your coaching thing, unless you could just get it. I thought we said no. Can you see that at the bottom, Coach Adamas? I thought we weren't getting Coach Adamas.
Oh yeah, I see that. Watch for the cover 3.
We might have to have a discussion between the coaches after that. And Corbin broke a couple tackles. Unfortunately, the momentum carried him the wrong way, and he ended up only picking up a yard, but he ran over a couple of people just to pick up that 1 yard.
Yeah, that was a little EA Sports for you right there, a little mechanics, but another good break for Deez right there on the 2nd and 9. Yeah, I know I put everything on recruiting, so I don't know. I don't use that even in online or my solo dynasties.
No, I don't either. I don't either. 2nd and 9 now. Blackman back to pass. Oh, he had a wide open tight end, and he just didn't see him. Wide open over the middle. It would have been a first down, maybe even a touchdown. Unfortunately, he was unable to see him, and now he's got himself in a 3rd and 10. A little bit quick that time to take off and run.
Yeah, it looks like Deez. I didn't see the full defensive formation, but I don't think he dropped as many people back, and Deez changed it up, and he got some pressure on Kaz, and Kaz was not expecting that, and he got a little flustered there, trying to run out. We go 3rd and 10.
He's going to take a shot here. He's got himself a whoa, and it's incomplete. Ball was into traffic, but unable to hold on to it, and that's a big, tough one. CazCray's got to be feeling a little bit sour right now. He had the fumble on the kick return, the drop touchdown pass, and let's see what he's thinking here. It looks like he might just kick the field goal here, which would be the appropriate and smart thing to do. But sometimes when you get in this heated moment, it's hard to do the right thing. But he is indeed going to kick the field goal, which is not much more than a PAT. And we are going to have ourselves a 14-3 ball game. Deez will be getting the football back with just 2:15 on the clock.
Yeah, it's a good thing he got some points. Deez, well done on defense. Bend but don't break. He made his adjustments. Seen what Deez was taking advantage on what he was doing. So that was good plays by Deez on the defensive side of the football. And Kaz got 3 points, which is important. It's still the first half, so I would have done the same thing. He got some points.
Absolutely. Here comes DeezDiabetezz now on the return. He's going to bounce it to the outside here. Doesn't have much going on. And talk about a big-time drive now here for DeezDiabetezz, but more importantly for CazCray. You got on the board. You're still down 11. You do get the ball to start the second half, but can you survive this next 2 minutes and 12 seconds?
Yeah, it's going to be very important that Kaz plays good defense here and does not give up any points. I would be a little frustrated even if I give up 3 here. He has to make adjustments, has to watch the running back. Watch Deez in this motion play. I have a feeling it might be coming, but he might be saving it. But Kaz has to play good defense here. There's a running back Will Rat once again. It's well picked up by Kaz that time. Good
I was a little bit behind there. At least it jumps forward. It doesn't keep me behind, which is kind of nice, like all those other stupid streams does. But 2nd and 10 now, under 2 minutes left. I think DeezDiabetezz might be thinking here, hey, like I might not score, but I'm definitely not letting CazCray score on me before the half.
Right, yeah. If I was Deez, I'm not giving Kaz give the ball back. I'm at least trying to get 3, if not a touchdown, but at least getting 3. But don't give the ball back. Ooh, there we go.
Second, and there he goes. He's going down. Sack lunchtime. I'm surprised CazCray's not using a timeout here. 3rd and 22.
Yeah.
More and more clock is coming off. He has 3 in the bag, and it doesn't look like he's going to use any here, Nasty.
Yeah, he's got to get a timeout here. You got 3 of them. You got the field advantage here. Don't give up the middle pass. That's all I can say. Here we go. The middle's probably coming. 3 wide.
If I'm Deez, I'm probably content just running this football, right? If he's going to let me milk off another 30 seconds.
I'm not hiking until 1.
And he's going to throw the football. This could be dangerous for Deez. Here he goes in his own end zone. He's going to throw it. Almost a safety. He's going to throw it deep. And it's almost picked off. That would have been a huge interception. He would have been started inside the 35. Instead, he's going to be putting the football away. The clock did stop for the incompletion. And CazCray is going to get the football back with at least 60, we'll call it 55 seconds or so.
Yeah, big momentum play from here from Kaz. He's got 3 timeouts. You must get points here if you're Kaz. He played well done on defense with a huge sack and coverage play right there. Let's see what Kaz has got. He's got it busted open.
Perfect punt by DeezDiabetezz. You got to... That's just one of those times. And so now all of a sudden, instead of having probably 1:20 left on the clock, he only has 54 seconds. Pretty much has to go the entire length of the field. And unfortunately, CazCray, he does. I know, but he didn't use one of them there. Now he probably lost 30 seconds off the clock. Down by 11, does get the ball to start the second half. How big is this drive right here, Nasty?
He's got to at least get 3. I'm going, taking some shots here. I'm trying to get a touchdown. I got 3 timeouts. I'm making plays, getting towards the sidelines, attacking it, getting to stop the clock.
And that's exactly what he did there. Didn't pick up the first, but that doesn't really matter right now. Got out of bounds, which is just as important. 51 ticks left.
Welcome in, Legendary.
I was going to say, what up, dude? Welcome in.
Drop your favorite team in the chat, Legendary. We can talk about it. Welcome to the G12, man. This is a user versus user dynasty, online dynasty that we're doing here between streamers.
We have 12 streamers, and we have a play-action pass. Blackman's going to roll out. He pretends to roll out. Almost intercepted that time by DeezDiabetezz. Robinson was in coverage, and, man, that would have changed everything right there.
Yeah, that was almost a mess-up. Kaz finally catches a little break right there.
Right. That's what I was thinking myself. He finally... That makes up for the one that we just saw moments ago on DeezDiabetezz end. 3rd and inches now. Let's see if DeezDiabetezz is really going to come out with this. No, he's going to bail out of it. That time I think he did spook. But he's found a wide receiver open in Terry. Terry's picked up the first down. I think that time the bluff worked against CazCray. Made him audible, but unfortunately Deez couldn't maintain the coverage. But otherwise it was a really well done pre-snap by Deez there.
Yeah, that was a great throw on the run from the quarterback. Usually that doesn't go like that, but he got another break right there. Good play. Here we go.
All the time in the world to throw it, and again,
good play. Was
able to complete it over the middle. And the funniest thing is, like, when you're unable to stop or get to the quarterback, even if you drop it in coverage, Nasty, eventually someone's going to get open.
Yeah, so this, if you guys watch the OV in my game, this has happened a few times, but this is a thing against the dropping 8 or 9 or 10, 11. You give the quarterback time, and somebody will get open, and this is exactly what's happening right here.
And he throws it, and it's completed, and man, did he find a nice little soft spot in the zone there. I mean, that was tucking the baby in at night. I mean, that was a perfect fitted sheet. Just got it over the top of the corner underneath the safety, and it just fit in perfectly like a glove.
Yeah, that was beautiful timed. That was a beautiful play by Kaz. Way to get it in there, man. He's doing this bunch formation. I think this is seen a lot on like a Madden-y, this like bunch thing. I think he's found something here with it.
Yeah, he keeps...
Sorry, he didn't come out with that.
Oh, he's going to run up the gut this time. Corbin, he has all 3 timeouts, so definitely uses one there. And now we were saying, why wasn't he using his timeouts? Why wasn't he using timeouts? Well, now he can come back and laugh in my face because now he has all 3 timeouts heading down the stretch here. Uses one there, but he can still run it. He can still pass it. He can still do a 360 spin, no scope.
Yeah, he's got all the time in the world here. No need to rush here. He's playing beautiful offense. No need to force anything. He's got shots to take here.
He's got that running back. I wonder if that's what he... Oh, he had the curl wide open. Uh-oh, I lost it a little bit there. I guess he went down. Was that a lag by the game?
No, it looks like I still got it up. He did that angle route from the running back out of the pocket, got down to about the 2-yard line. It's third down.
It looked like he just kind of fell down though. Like it didn't. I don't know who really tackled him, but he had the curl route wide open in the right side of the end zone there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to see it. I mean, he was going to that angle route all day long. That's a red zone buster for sure. 3rd and goal now. 1 timeout left and he's going to run. He's going to roll it out, and he's got a little bit of space, and he's going to sneak his way into the end zone. Touchdown!
Oh,
Florida State gets into the end zone with only 12 seconds remaining in the first half after not getting the ball until about 5 minutes ago in the second quarter. CazCray finds himself only down by 5, and it looks like he might go for 2 here, chasing points early on.
Yeah, I like it. Try to get 2. You got nothing to lose. You get ball at half. You left them with 12 seconds. I didn't see that. I was watching the wrong stream. Was that a read option or was that a bounce out?
That was just he bounced it like he was a bouncer at a nightclub. I mean, he just took it, and as soon as he saw a little bit of a wiggle, he went for it. He's going to run it again. Oh, and that time he gets decapitated. I mean, we got to go find his head after that one. Interesting decision there to chase the points as early on. What do you think?
Like I said, I liked it, but now that I think about it, if I was in game, I might have took my field goal 10, get the ball at half. Yeah, I think I would have took my field goal there, down by 4. But got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes. I don't hate the decision.
Smith out of the backfield. He usually one of the more potent kick returners, unable to do anything there. Only 9 seconds to go. He does have all 3 timeouts. What are you just taking this to this half here? If you're
yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 seconds. I'm not forcing anything. Kind of momentum switched here. There's no need to force anything. I would get out of here and take it with my lead. I would run it though. I'm not kneeling.
It looks like DeezDiabetezz is willing to take a shot.
Coming out in the bunch.
And he's going to throw it. He's going to run it.
A little deep. Oh.
Lucky he didn't fumble. That was a pretty dangerous decision. Of all the things to do, to run it with your quarterback, get tackled in bounds. I mean, how many times do we see these quarterbacks scramble and then all of a sudden, I mean, they're just so unpredictable with the fumbling there. Unable to cough it up that time. That was a pretty dangerous play. Of all things he could have done there, with 9 seconds left.
Yeah, he takes a timeout here. He might be taking a shot here.
Thank you for the follow.
That was a little risky by the quarterback.
We appreciate it. 2 seconds ago, 2nd and 4. He's dropped back the pass. He's going to run out again. Warner to the third's covering him. He's going to throw it back over the middle. It's completed. No time remaining, and we're going to head into the halftime. 14-9 in favor of DeezDiabetezz. Welcome back into the booth. I'm Hardcore CFB. With me is Nasty, and the first half is wrapped up. First quarter completely controlled by DeezDiabetezz. CazCray never even saw the ball on offense. CazCray coming back in that second quarter, making things interesting. We're all knotted up here at 14-9. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, we've seen 2 different quarters right there. Kaz didn't get a single possession in the first. Deez played very well, and then we got a little momentum switch, and I think Kaz had the ball, 3 or 4 times there. He played his defense. He made the adjustments. He figured out what Deez was doing. It's going to be awesome to see what Deez is going to have to do to make his adjustments and see the adjustments by Kaz. So we're going to see a second layer to this game. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it seemed like people were kind of feeling each other out a little bit, boxing around the ring, and now both teams know what they want to do. how are they going to counteract one another as we head into the second half? And remember, CazCray gets the ball first. He's down by 5 now because he chose to go for it instead of kicking the PAT. Down 5. What's the mindset going in, knowing that DeezDiabetezz, if he gets the ball back and he does what he did in that first quarter, he might not get the ball again to the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see some gadgets. I think we're gonna see something different. People are gonna start getting a little bit deeper into the playbook. Like I said, I know I keep saying it, but I'm ready to see this. I feel like Deez does this motion running back to get him on a linebacker, and I can't wait to see it. I have a feeling it might be busted out here from Deez. I'm excited.
A little Tony Romo call, if you will. Well, welcome in everyone to the G12. This is week 3, just getting started here for week 3. One game tonight. Tomorrow night, NASA, you're playing Baker Vision, which will be Cincinnati versus Ohio State. That's tomorrow night, Tuesday. Wednesday, I'll be taking on Yofi. And then Thursday, to wrap up the week, Thrizzy will take on Stoner Gamer. And guys, we're just getting started here. We haven't even had 1 week where we've had all the streamers play. So we're just getting going here. I mean, we're just getting into the thick of things. We're just figuring out who's going to be the top dog, who's going to be scrapping for a couple wins. What are your impressions so far? This is your first time in the G12.
What a show, G12. I mean, it has the level that I thought that it was at. It was exceeded, man. The G12, the amount of energy that goes into this stuff, the amount of respect that I give to you guys, and how much there's so much that goes into this, and it turns out like this with beautiful commentary. Like, it's just another level the G12's on, and it's beautifully done, man. I can't express it enough. Like, this is some top notch entertainment for, just playing a video game is insane, man. We're putting some of the top stuff online here.
No, it really is. And guys, while we have a quick brief moment here, we do have a suicide awareness charity going on right now, mostly set up by MacDub, but obviously supported by all of the streamers here. It's okay not to be okay. I know I speak for pretty much everybody at the G12 there. Hey, guys go through problems too, and it's okay to talk about it. So feel free to donate if you have the ability to, or if you just want to talk to somebody, just let us know in our Discord. We'll feel free to reach out. And Nasty, I don't know if you want to add anything to that or not.
Yeah, definitely would. As like I said, I say this almost every week, and the opportunities that we have in front of all you guys, and men and younger men or older men that we have that we're entertaining here, it's okay to talk about your feelings. We have 100,000 Discords, all kinds of streamers that you can always connect with. You can always talk about your feelings. I know we were growing up and taught that men are supposed to be strong and not express feelings that much. You guys aren't alone, man. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. You can come to me. You can come to anybody in this community, and I guarantee you'll find somebody to talk about anything. So we appreciate you so much, and you're loved so dearly. So thank you for your time, and you're always welcome to DM me or anybody, I'm sure.
And speaking of which, there's a donation coming in right now. Miami is the best team in the G12, donating $5. Thank you very much. And I do want to mention, Yofi and I have agreed that we will be donating whatever amount of money our defense gives up in Wednesday's night game. So I'll be donating whatever amount his offense scores, and he'll be donating whatever offense amount I score. So that should be a fun little way to do it. But if you have an opportunity, go ahead and do it. If not, at least be open and be willing to talk to somebody about it. Heading here into the second half now, we've got DeezDiabetezz, CazCray. If you're just joining us and you don't really know the history here, CazCray beat DeezDiabetezz in a tournament this past summer. It was the first time we saw DeezDiabetezz really streaming at all in a CFB home tournament. Now DeezDiabetezz has come back. Same exact teams, mind you. But South Carolina now up 14-9. CazCray will get the ball to start the second half here. Something he didn't get to see until 5 minutes ago in the second quarter. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do now with 2 quarters and kind of maybe figured out DeezDiabetezz defense a little bit.
Yeah, let's hope Kaz has that momentum that he had going into the second half. That's going to be a big thing to notice. Getting deeper in the playbooks is going to be something to keep an eye on, and just seeing things being changed. And Kaz has the ball now, so he controls this half now. He controls it, and that's very important that he understands that. It's his game. He's going to set the momentum right here first off in this second half.
Yeah, and I believe we are having some technical difficulties on CazCray's end. Fantasy, I guess if we have a moment, do you want to pull up the schedule for the rest of the week, and maybe we can briefly talk about those games that we have later on this week? Obviously, Nasty, you're taking on Baker Vision. Baker hasn't played yet. He was a runner-up. I obviously played him in the national championship last season. What are you thinking going into this game? No one's seen Baker this year. Obviously, we know the Buckeyes are talented. What's your thoughts heading into this one?
Ohio State's loaded. We all know that. And he did play in the national championship. I've heard that. I have not yet ever seen him play. So I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's at the Shoe as well. So, I mean, it ain't nothing but a chicken wing for us Bearcats, baby. We're going to go in. We may be getting it a little open, baby. Maybe the first test at let it fly, let it dry, baby. So I'm super excited.
It'll be interesting to see. Baker obviously has Justin Fields, and we'll move on into Wednesday's game.
Baker.
Obviously, I'm taking on Yofi. Nasty, you've just played Yofi. Unfortunately, you're unable to win, but it's a really close game. Maybe your playbook limited you a little bit down the stretch there. Any tips you got for me before I take on Yofi?
I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's Yofi's very good on defense. He does good. He keeps you honest. Watch out for, listen. Watch out for that little bounce out counter play by that running back. You've seen him run it about 3,200 times against me, and he busted it. So just be ready for that. You know what I mean? But I can't wait. I would love to see a little bit. What do you feel? How do you feel? Like, it's your first game. How are you going to be going into it? What's your idea? Not giving away too much, of course, but what are you going to, high pace, low pace? What are you going to try here?
I'm not too worried. He sucks. Moving on to the next game.
There we go. Love it.
That was a perfect timing, fantasy. On Thursday, we have Thrizzy taking on Stoner Gamer. I know we have a bunch of Thrizwaldians in the chat. Obviously, Thrizzy 1-1 because of that loss to Magdub. He took care of business against Shuckleberry last week. Stoner Gamer only got to play Yofi. Speaking of Yofi, his Clemson squad needs a bounce back after the loss to Yofi, taking on Miami. What are you thinking of that game?
So, yeah, when Yofi played Stoner, I know a lot of people thought Yofi was going to just beat him bad. And Stoner came out and completely shocked not only me, but I think he shocked the community on. I wish I could see and go back on how many times he ran the football right up the middle, because he literally just kept running and running and running, and I think that's what changed it. So whoever, I forgot who's playing him now. Was it Thrizzy? Yeah, Thrizzy. If Stoner comes out and runs it right up the gut, man, be ready for it, because he did it a lot.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, they have so much talent on the Clemson side of the football. Defensive line-wise, it's hard to do things, and Thrizzy likes to run the football, so that'll be an interesting matchup to watch, too. Did we start the prediction? Does anyone know if we started the prediction in the channel points for the spreads tonight? Because I do know the spread for that game is going to be, I believe that game is also 21 points. Yofi and I's spread is at 4.5, and then Nasty and Baker, yours is at 10.5 in favor of you. What do you think of that spread, 10.5?
What was that on my spread?
On your game, what do you think of the 10.5 spread?
I'm not going in and thinking about the numbers, because, like I said, Ohio State's loaded. Baker made it to the national championship game last year. I know he's good, and if you play NCAA and you're that good to make it to a national championship, you still got it. It might be a little rusty, so I'm not going to go in there and think like I got to play my game. I don't even know what offense I'm running. I know Baker's good. And I got to be ready to stop some speed and different plays.
And yeah, just one quick reminder as it looks we're ready to go here into the second half. Every Wednesday at 7:45, Emigs, a former G12 member, will be hosting the big board, all about the recruiting prospects of this dynasty. Because we're not just playing games here, folks. We are dynasty. We are recruiting, and and that is an aspect of this that not a lot of people are talking about yet. Nasty, I think you and I are actually in a couple of recruiting battles right now as is. So make sure to check that out. If you like the recruiting aspect of this dynasty, that's not going anywhere. Emigs covers that every Wednesday at 7:45. Obviously, that will happen right before the hardcore Yofi matchup. So I don't know, eat dinner a little bit earlier. Take care of the kids. Put a couple of cold ones in the fridge. 7:45 onward, you're going to be a little bit busy.
Yeah, that's super exciting. That'll give me something to do at work.
Yeah, that is true. Well, Florida State is back here. Already 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to run it right up the gut. No nonsense. And it picked up 3 yards. Sorry, I jumped ahead on me a little bit there. Looks like we have another follow from C. Preely. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate you very much.
Welcome.
Hope you're having a fantastic night. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Guys, if you're interested in even just talking with people in the community, you don't want to, you don't know what you want, you just want to know more about the league, join our Discord. There's plenty of a conversation going on in there. Make sure to figure out what you like, when the games are happening, meet the streamers, all that good stuff. It's 2nd and 7. Blackman jumps back. He has McDonald. McDonald had a farm, and he picks up 5 there. 3rd and 2. Here's the first 3rd and 2 of the second half.
Yeah, Kaz. I mean, it's manageable. I think you don't freak out here. Keep whatever Everybody's got to play for 3rd and low and 3rd and long. So there's no need to do too much here. Just keep playing your ball.
Yeah, 3rd and 2, and
it'd be huge for Deez if he gets it.
And I was thinking, like, yeah, the Coach Adamas thing, I think, could be an issue. But the thing is, DeezDiabetezz pretty much audibles right off through the snap anyway most of the time. So I'm not sure how much that actually is really going to help him here. 3rd and 2, it looks like he's going to go for a lot more than just 2. There is pressure. He's going to drop it off underneath, and he ends up picking up the first down. But for the first time, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that was the first time DeezDiabetezz brought that much pressure.
Yeah, that was something different. I did notice that. I think that was the first time. I don't know how many he dropped exactly, but that may have been full line and about 2 or so linebackers. Or well, he did once in the beginning of the half, but that right there was like a true, like he brought it. I think he thought it was going to be a run, but it was well picked up. He barely got it. Kaz had a good play for it.
Yeah, and a reminder, Emigs will have the player of the games on his Twitter. Is he going to throw a shot, corner out, and there, not Burger King, but McDonald picks up 9. Kind of went the wrong way there, didn't give him the forward progress. Emigs will have the player of the game on his Twitter as a Twitter poll, so make sure to check that out. Emigs, I think Zaquandre White, running back for South Carolina, definitely has to be on there. I feel like he's had a really good game. And I don't know for the second player for each team. I think we got to wait and see here a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. The quarterback for Kaz is playing well as of right now. That's what I'll give it to with the running around and stuff.
2nd and 1, and CazCray's like, I'm going to pick up this first down. We're going to go right up the gut here. And he's going to pick it up. Not messing around here, just moving the sticks, baby. Moving the sticks.
I like it. Yeah, that was good play. No funny business. Right up the gut on Deez. No thinking about it. I like the call by Kaz.
Yeah, very curious to see if DeezDiabetezz changes things up here now, because now it's kind of funny. He's got to taste of his own medicine a little bit of clock management, time of possession coming right back at him. And if CazCray scored a touchdown here, he's in the lead all of a sudden.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying at halftime. This is very important for Kaz to set the momentum for this first half. He's in control now.
Wide open over the middle. Nobody's there. Helton walks his way into the end zone, and that's a touchdown for Florida State. He sort of lulled them to sleep, and then he hit the post route wide open over the middle.
Yeah, that was a great play by Kaz. It looked like it was going to be a play action, but he bounced it. He faked the play action and got out of the pocket quickly. He might have seen something quickly there, but there was nobody back there, and he was patient and let it fly. He's going for 2 here.
Going for 2, trying to make it a 3-point game. This is the right decision. He's going to hand it off, and there's nowhere to go. A second effort almost got there, but it was well defended. So 2 missed 2-point conversions. That's technically 4 points left off the board. CazCray has the lead, but it's only by 1 point. And Nasty, I got a feeling that this game is just getting started, baby.
Yeah, I'm sitting here biting my fingernails watching it, man. It is getting close, baby. It's turning into a little fly, and it's going to be interesting. See how Deez comes out. Is he going to come out firing it right back, or is he going to come out a little conservative? It's going to be fun.
Yeah, all of a sudden I had to turn the fan on because I'm starting to sweat like a greased pig.
Here we go.
Interesting decision by DeezDiabetezz. I know he likes to take it out. I know he trusts Shi Smith, but he started in some pretty awful field position in this game, starting at the 13-yard line this time.
Yeah, that was the big thing that helped Kaz in the first half. Field advantage switched, and that also went with momentum, and it also begins here. Deez is in a bad spot with field of position.
Going back to that split set he loves so much. He's going to drop back the pass. It looks like he might have someone deep.
Oh.
Shi Smith possibly. And it's going to be completed for a big gain. And now we're taking body blows. Back and forth these two juggernauts go. And just like that, DeezDiabetezz is into Florida State territory.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. And that's big plays. That's fire. Playing fire against fire right there. Beautiful done by Deez. What a game we got going on here. The second half is on fire, baby.
And I gotta say this, but and someone mentioned this in the chat, Deez looks a little bit more serious all of a sudden than what we saw in that first half.
Yeah, he's not smiling as much. I don't think he's taking his eyes off the second man. He's yelling a little. Oh!
And it's intercepted! It's a big time pick. I'm not sure. It was something Ucker. I think Deez would probably like to call him a mother, but I'm not sure what it was. But it's an interception and maybe a little bit of pressure by South Carolina, and all of a sudden, CazCray has the football up with the ball and up by a point.
Yeah, what a play by Kaz right there. He finally caught him hacking on that middle little running back angle thing going on right there. He finally caught him. He was close a couple times.
Oh, he's just going to take off right over the middle. I mean, that thing opened up like the Red Sea. I don't know if his name is Blackman or Moses, because that thing just parted beautifully. And I got to tell you, all of a sudden, the big MO is completely changed sides, Nasty.
Yeah, FSU Stadium is rocking, baby. I bet it is. We got some, it is rocking in there. We're taking some shots here now.
Yeah, you got the marijuana going. Everything's flowing. Corbin up the middle, slicing, dicing, finds his way up the middle for 10 more yards and a first down. And now DeezDiabetezz maybe sweating a little bit. Maybe little sweats coming down. How things have changed from the first quarter.
Yeah, Deez is, like I said, Kaz is setting that momentum, and he decided, you know what? Let's take some bangers. Let's change up the speed of this game. And Deez, I don't think was ready for it. Deez was used to being in control and taking his time, and he didn't have that opportunity yet. And it's shaking it up a little bit. He's got to find a way to slow this down, or it's going to get bad.
And now, I mean, that was a little bit of a dump off there, but CazCray saying, you know what, I'm just going to take the yard, not forcing anything there. That seems to be a little bit of an evolution from him from what we saw in the first half when he was really taking some risky throws.
Yeah. What's up, Eagle? Yeah, that was a good play by Kaz right there. Not to just force anything. He took what he got. I think I would have thrown it away, but I mean, it was a good play. It was a good play not to force anything.
You missed an interception, and I actually just saw a sharpshooter streaming. I'm actually really surprised Sharpshooter's not watching his boy Deez here. 2nd and 9 now. Sharpshooter, obviously a former OG G12 member. He's going to throw it underneath. He's got himself Terry. Terry rumbles his way forward, and he's just going to be a little short. 3rd and inches coming up. Florida State's up by a point. I would say they're in field goal range technically going into this 3rd and inches here.
Yeah, so Kaz, I don't know if we remember talking about the pre thing I was talking about with Kaz when he played me. These are those spurts where he does very well with running the ball, and now he's taking his shots and it's working off. Like he's running the ball here, passes it, run the ball. These are those spurts that I said that kills people, and he also killed me when we played. And it's showing right here once again.
Yeah, it's like once he gets the momentum, like, oh, buddy, hold on, because he's coming for you. And MacDub just mentioned this in the chat, and I think it's an interesting point to bring up. We always talk about how good you can be at user defense, but sometimes you do take your players out of position in order to make maybe a highlight play. I do it, you do it, Deez does it. We look really good when things go well, but sometimes when things don't go well, they look bad. Is that what's happening here? Kind of like Kaz is just comfortable taking what Deez is giving him?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. He's keeping it away from him.
Why does he have it?
Touchdown?
He has it in the end zone.
Another touchdown. Wow.
A deep throw. I'm sorry that there was a graphic on the field there, but it looked like it was a streak route, a cover 2. The safety for Deez just didn't get over there. CazCray actually saw him pretty late. It was a dangerous throw, but it was completed. And all of a sudden, this thing is completely flipped on its head. And I'm surprised. No, I guess not. But he could have possibly gone for 2 there and made it a 9-point game. He's just going to settle for an 8-point game. And now all of a sudden, he kind of regret those 2-point conversions, Nasty, because if he just kicks the PAT, he's up by 9.
Yeah, at this point, Deez is clearly, and maybe that's Kaz doesn't have a play for that kind of, you only got 1 shot at it. You don't have 4 down, so maybe he doesn't think he has a play, and he feels Deez is shown that he's. I probably would have took my point right there too. I wouldn't even tried it. I'm playing great defense. The momentum's here. It's rocking in the stadium.
That's true, and that is a good point. Maybe he learned his lesson, right? Maybe he's like, hey, I just take my points, and we're not chasing any more freaking points. That's a good point, Nasty. All right, Nasty. We know how good Deez is when he's winning, but now we're in the peculiar situation where he's losing by 8. What do you think he's thinking here?
He's going to have to get deeper in his playbook. This is what we were talking about, where we're going to have to start seeing new things. And I'm telling you, I don't know. Just watch that motion. Something's going to come out. He's got to figure it out. There's going to be a big play from Deez here. He's a good player. He's going to figure it out. He's going to spread it out. He's going to slow down this wound he's got going on right here.
Yeah, all the momentum is definitely obviously in the favor of CazCray, but it's about this time when we thought maybe Deez was going to run away with it, and then CazCray came back. So plenty of time left in this one. 1st and 10 now. He's going to drop all the way back. It's a dangerous throw, and it's almost intercepted. They were in sync with each other. I'm not going to break out in song, but seriously, that was like they were identical. Like good old NCAA football 14, almost intercepted. And oh, Nelly was that a close one again, Nasty.
Yeah, it looks like Deez is still running these slants or whatever he's doing here, and Kaz is right on top of it, man. He's figuring out these slants. It's either two running backs on the outside and slants, and he's figuring it out. He's making those adjustments. Deez got to make a counter. He's got to before it gets too bad.
Yeah, we even have the weather report for you. It's cloudy here in Tallahassee. 2nd and 10 now. Only one down lineman. He knows that the pass is coming. Now Helinski's rolling out again. Not a lot open. It looks like there might be someone open over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted again. Just a little bit of a late throw, and it was picked off that time. Great get back there by the linebackers and the safeties there. Got back and got another interception, Nasty.
Man, I'm sitting here in shock of how freaking crazy this game just got, and Kaz is like shocking the world. It is not the same half, man. And here we go. What do you do right here, Hardcore? You slowing down, or are you playing right here? You going right up, throwing the ball and everything?
Oh my goodness gracious! He put in his spin cycle. Oh,
Jeez.
Oh my goodness! Put him on gentle. Don't put him on the delicate cycle, because that was just ferocious. My goodness gracious. I think Deez might be eating Tide Pods for dinner. Oh my goodness gracious.
Kaz is locked, and he had no breaks in the first half, and now I wouldn't even call these breaks. These are just, he's sticking it, and he's playing well.
Yeah, and to answer your question, I don't really know. I'm actually pretty bad at putting games away. I tend to let people hang around more than I should, so I'm not a good one. I would suggest doing whatever CazCray just did on that last play. If you can do that every time, I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think if I'm Kaz, I'm going right for it. But if I don't know. I'm taking I don't know, man. I'm going for it. I got the momentum. I'm going long. I'm keeping my same offense. I'm not killing what's gotten me here.
Hey, Emegs, why don't you watch the game, buddy, so we don't have to keep telling you in the chat what happens. You've missed both interceptions now. It's unacceptable. Blackman's going to run away this time. Blackman's got some space. He's got himself some space, and he's got himself out of bounds. And again, it's like right there. CazCray didn't even realize, like, the coach Adamas gave him cover 2, like told him it was cover 2. Deez didn't audible out of cover 2. CazCray had a post route, didn't even wait because it was wide open. So I don't think the coach Adamas is really affecting it that much, because he would have had a wide open receiver if he would have saw it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. In game, we can sit up here all day, and I know we do it. It's different when you're out there playing in the moment. It's completely different. That might be what's going on there.
1 minute left now in the third quarter. Next up for Florida State and this CazCray team. Obviously lost to you, but if he can find a way to hold on here, he does have Chuckleberry before taking on Hardcore and then Stoner Gamer. Chuckleberry lost to Thrizzy. He's going to look to get revenge in that game as well. But if you're Kaz, you're feeling pretty good right now. And obviously Chuckleberry is DeezDiabetezz' brother.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun. Oh!
Whoa, there's a fumble! Oh, I was just thinking, what if he fumbles on these runs, and he just fumbled it. Blackman got decapitated, and the ball squirked out, and now DeezDiabetezz has the football back, only down by 8. What a turn of events!
That was the play. That was, I was kind of thinking that if you're going to roll out with your quarterback, you're taking a chance, and finally Deez gets it, and now the momentum's right back on Deez side. You got to find a way to get points here. Deez has got to shake off everything that's happened so far and get back to finding something. He's got to find something to get open here.
Yeah, he dumps it off to Nick Muse, which is kind of his safety blanket. Only picks up a yard. Let's see now, because we were talking about maybe frustration building for Deez. CazCray had a chance to maybe put this one away. How does that maybe affect his mindset as we head near the fourth quarter?
Yeah, you're disappointed, and a thing that Kaz does not need to do here is just keep playing your ball. You can't be like, okay, we gave it up, we're okay, we're up, we're up a touchdown, because that's what's going to get you in trouble. So Kaz has to keep the foot down on the pedal, man, or Deez is good enough to just flip this game right back to around, and it's getting into the fourth quarter, and that's a bad time to do that.
It is. We're running out of time here, heading towards the final stanza. And, man, everything looked like it was going towards Deez in the first quarter. Everything looked like it was going towards CazCray in the third quarter. And we're heading into the fourth quarter with DeezDiabetezz. He's going to snap it one more time here. He's going to take a shot deep in the corner route. It's there. He puts a move on. The guy behind him was able to make the tackle. We're going to head to the fourth quarter. Deez with the football, down by 8. Unbelievable, guys. We got ourselves a classic here.
This might have just, I mean, it was at first, but this is a high flying instinct classic now. We're not playing no more slow ball. I think both guys are figuring out what's working. We got some turnovers. I mean, this game has went from 0 to 10 quickly.
Yeah, and I do want to mention real quick as we start the fourth quarter, guys, someone put exclamation point fantasy in the chat. Fantasy World League in the production truck tonight, doing an absolutely incredible job like he always does. Go give this guy a lot of love on his channel. He's the man behind the scene, literally. So much love to him as Deez picks up a first down back to Joyner, who was kind of the guy in the first quarter that Deez relied on a bunch, and then he kind of disappeared. How important is it to get Joyner back in this football game?
Yeah, Kaz has been doing a good job by shutting that cross route, and that's what's been kind of taking that away from Deez. But it's definitely important for Deez to find somebody has to make a play, and if Kaz is taking away that slant, which is taking away him, he needs to find somebody else that is going to figure it out. Deez has to open up this playbook and figure it out, which he's doing. He's not. I mean, he's not abandoning what he's doing, so it might be keep pounding it.
He's rolling right now. I know Pirate love how much he's rolling to the right, but he finds a wide receiver and he's picked up a first down. And I feel like he's done that more as his game's gotten closer, don't you think?
Yeah, I think him and Kaz have been doing it. You seen what happened when Kaz did it. He runs the ball, but I have been noticing that these two guys have been maybe taking a little page of what they said Stoner was going to be doing this year in the G12. So.
No, I mean, it is funny how, like, as the game gets more nerve-wracking, it seems like both quarterbacks and a lot of users are more willing to, take some chances. Unfortunately for CazCray, it cost him the football, and who knows, maybe even more than just the football.
Yeah, it is weird seeing it. I haven't seen too much of that formation that Deez was running with the what was it, twin or something, or with a running back and halfback next to him.
Yeah, the two split backs in there. Yeah, he hasn't ran that as much. He ran that, I think, one drive so far in the second half, but definitely haven't seen it as much in the second half as we saw in that first half. Under 6 minutes to go here. Deez has the football at the 26-yard line. CazCray's got to be thinking, man, we got to find a way to put him away here. We had our opportunity. As we look at the SEC standings, DeezDiabetezz is really trying to just get on top of the whole standings if we can get the 2-0. Nasty, you're obviously 1-1, and I guess I'm the only one that hasn't played yet in the SEC. So we'll be playing my first game on Wednesday. I didn't realize that I wasn't the only one that hadn't played yet in our conference, but I guess that's the truth there. You and Deez would be the only teams that have played 2 games thus far. As we have ourselves a 2nd and 7 now, and
yeah, this will be our third game, isn't it? That will be my third game this week.
It will be, yeah. It will be your third. That's correct. He's going to dump it right over the middle really fast, really quick. He swung around and finally brought down, but it's another first down. And as we look at the Big Ten rankings here, and Yofi's 2-0, who will be my opponent on Wednesday. Thrizzy, who's 1-1. And then all of a sudden, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. You got Ohio State and Tennessee. Rocky won't even play until next week. So 2 guys on outside that haven't played yet. Obviously, Baker playing his first game tomorrow against you.
Yep, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to see it. Ohio State versus the Buckeyes. That's going to be exciting.
That time, he had nowhere to go. The Seminoles were all over it. They brought him down, only a yard gained, and 5 minutes on the clock. I mean, every time I look, I feel like another minute is gone as we approach the final 5 minutes of the game, Nasty.
Yeah, Deez is going right back to what kind of got him in the lead. He's now, so this was another good thing I should have commented on. Deez now got the momentum. Now it's his time to, and it's exactly what he's doing, setting his stamp on what momentum he wants in this game, and now he's in control of it, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, CazCray was ready for that over the middle to Shy Smith that time. Only picked up a couple. Good play by Deez, but a good play by Kaz. Kind of a stalemate situation there. 3rd and 6, down by 8. I'm assuming it's most likely probably 4-down territory unless you go the absolutely wrong direction here. But this is a big one coming up here.
Yeah, if he does score, I mean, it might be 100% answered already, but what are you doing here, Hardcore? You going for 2? You taking your field goal with 3 timeouts? No.
Oh, my goodness, it's almost intercepted. It's knocked away. And now, I don't know. 4th and 6, if I picked up a couple yards, I'd probably go for it. A field goal doesn't make it that much better. You still have to score a touchdown.
I know Mac would do.
I know Mac would be going for it. I would probably go for it.
Here we go.
Unless you're confident you can hold CazCray to just a field goal, you're going to be pretty much down again anyway. And here he goes, 4th and 6. He's going to come out the pass. He's got time in the pocket. He finds a slant pass over the middle. It's completed not just for a first down, but for a touchdown. And DeezDiabetezz is a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game up at 22 apiece.
Man, I would be. Oh, this is one of those games where like Deez is not like he will not bow, he will not change his offense, and he keeps going over that middle, and that's what Kaz I bet's thinking. Here we go.
Oh, here comes this monster formation. He's gonna go with the monster formation. See if he can get something. I don't think you can either. I mean, and now he's like, I don't like it. He's gonna go back to his split back formation. He's got Muse in the backfield with Zaquandre White. 8 seconds left on the play clock. He's making some audibles. Looks like he's going to be willing to throw it, but who knows? And he's going to throw it. He's going to look for that, and he's going to wait, and he's going to throw it over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted. It's not going to be returned. The interception doesn't technically count for a turnover, but that's a big one there. Florida State still has a lead by 2 all of a sudden.
Yeah. What are you doing here if you're Kaz? I mean, I guess you're burning the clock here. You're up by 2, but you kind of you have to get points. You can't be too conservative here because he can go down and win with a field goal because you don't want to put yourself in a pickle where you take too much time and then have to punt the ball away and Deez comes down, kicks a 3-pointer and wins the game. So it's one of those positions where you're in the game where you gotta be kind of balanced, and like we said in the beginning of this game, Kaz is pretty good at doing that. So we're about to find out. This is a pickle where if you're a player, you're going back and forth in your head, and these are one of those things you have to deal with throughout the game.
Yeah, I was always told if you're winning by less than 3, just assume you're down by 3. And now Blackman's back to pass. He's got some pressure. He's gonna try to run. He's going to end up throwing the ball away. Wise decision there. That's one of the first times we've seen a quarterback throw it away so far in this game when we've seen 5 interceptions. Or I should say, what would that be? Technically just 3 interceptions.
Yeah, you're seeing this. His first instinct, as soon as he's not being patient in the pocket like he was in the beginning of the game or kind of making these, waiting for these to develop. If you look at him, his first instinct right there was to bail. And that's not a good momentum to have. Here it is, bail to the right.
He's going to roll it out. He's got a corner wide open, and he's going to get to Thompson. Warren Thompson in space. Almost breaks a tackle, but again, just like that, he's on the right side of the 50 with just 4:15 remaining. And now, if you're only about 20 yards away from a field goal, if you can milk some of this clock off, by golly, you think you'd do it here, Nasty.
Yeah, this is definitely where I mean, it's going to be obvious if you come out in a formation, Deez is going to know you're running the ball. So, I mean, when at a time, I know we still got 4 minutes left. If you're still down by 22-20, when do you start using your timeouts here, Hardcore? What are your thoughts on it?
And he picks up 9 there, and that's a good point. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter, right? Technically, when you use them,
right,
you're probably going to have to use them, and you're going to have to get a stop regardless. So it's almost like, okay, do I want to lose them now or do I want to lose them later? And make sure to check out both these guys' streams here. CazCray does a lot of Madden stuff. He's also on YouTube. DeezDiabetezz also does Madden stuff. He loses a yard there. Now we got ourselves a 3rd and 2. DeezDiabetezz plays a lot of NCAA Football 14. He also plays some Madden on the side.
Yeah, he loves Madden 12. He's an old school guy, and he loves playing those old school Maddens. He puts on great content. And Deez, of course, has a great community and one of the best at what he does here in the community. So definitely got to smack him with a follow.
Yeah, that was smart.
Smack him real good.
Yeah, hit him with the bing bing.
3rd and 2, and I'm curious if that's a fake bluff by Deez or not. 3rd and 2, you don't want to sell out the farm here. You wouldn't think to give up the big play, but who knows?
Here we go, ball out the left.
And Blackman's just going to run. He's just going to scramble for it, and he gets down. Oh, my goodness, that could have been a targeting penalty. It's not going to be called. But Blackman looked like he took a shot right to the dome that time. I think DeezDiabetezz is over there telling them to headhunt. But he picks up the 1st down, and that's just more clock coming off with every single 1st down here.
I'm just saying Deez is a New Orleans fan. I'm not going to say any more on that. If you know, you know.
I am surprised no quarterback contained from DeezDiabetezz so far in this game. Why is that, you think?
Sorry, I missed that. I took my earbud out. What was the question?
I said, why haven't we seen, to stop that run to the outside, why haven't we seen more quarterback contained from DeezDiabetezz?
Yeah, the quarterback spy was what I was about to say as well. we haven't seen it, and maybe because of Deez is getting he has big hit, and then he had a turnover with the quarterback smoking him. That's kind of a thing. I don't know. Maybe you're taking your chances. You feel confident in that, and you're maybe expecting another turnover. But at this position with 2 minutes and 36 left, and his first instinct, you have to be noticing that his first instincts are bailing out right or left. Got to put a quarterback spy out there.
2nd and 5 now.
Here we go. First instinct. Bam.
And Blackman's going to run in man coverage. Nobody's over there. Blackman's running. Nobody's going to get over there. He's going to get in. That was a dangerous decision to dive forward. He didn't score. He tried the Michael Penix Jr. on the goal line. Got all the way down inside the one. But I tell you what, I have fumbled that ball so many times in that situation out of the end zone. I'm surprised he took that risk there, knowing that he only needs a field goal, really, to put this game in harm's way.
There's definitely some craziness that comes on with diving forward in this game, and you can get some of the craziest animations with that. Here we go with a big touchdown, and Caz scores.
I looked away, looked at the chat for 1 second, and it's a touchdown. And that one really hurts now because a PAT is going to put this game as a 2-score game with only 2:09 left. And nasty. Last week, Deez didn't give up any points, and now he's given up 29 this week. What has CazCray done on offense?
I'll tell you right now, this isn't the same Caz that I played in week 1, and that was with, we had, everybody has that, like, filling out process week 1. This is not the same Caz that I played. It looks like he's figuring out how, like I said, he had spurts. I haven't seen too many spurts. I've seen, well, in the first half, kind of, but this second half, the full second half, he has figured it out. And Deez, he hasn't made that adjustment on offense that I would like to see. I think he needs to do that. He needs to make an adjustment here. You can't use timeouts on this possession. You have to score, and you can't use timeouts.
Either way, bro.
Yeah, and here we go. 2:06 left. Deez has all 3 timeouts still. So technically, if he scored fast, he would be able to technically, not get the onside and have a chance. But it's not looking great as far as that. He's going to have to move the ball quickly here if he wants to have a chance. And he's going 5 wide. I think he's given up on the run, which is probably the right decision. Yeah. Oh, CazCray accidentally locked himself in, and he still made the right play. Wow, that was pretty damn cool right there. CazCray did that on accident. He didn't mean to lock himself in, but he still made the right play.
Oh, Caz was like, "Oh snap!" When that happens, it's one of the scariest moments, man. I tell you, everybody's been in that situation where you flip to that lock screen, and man, does your heart just go from like drop like that? And what a play by Caz! Just shows how well he's good with the sticks, man, right there.
Yeah, and I saw the punters in the chat already complaining about the coach Adamas. I mean, I think we're going to have a talk about whether he can turn that off, because I agree that he shouldn't have that on. I don't think he probably meant to. But I don't think, Nasty, as we head to a 3rd and 10 here, that he's used it that much. And from what I've seen when it's been activated, it's been, I'm in cover 3 or I'm in cover 2. And really, he hasn't used that to his advantage. And Deez audibles so damn much anyway. I don't know. I feel like a 9-point game, I feel like if you're going to complain about things, that really hasn't been the reason for why this is a 9-point game right now.
No, I completely agree. I mean, maybe it shouldn't be on, but at the same time, we all know if you're in this league, user. Did he just take a sack? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was a sack there. I don't know. He was looking downfield trying to figure out the zone and was unable to. So now kind of desperation time. 4th and 22 from their own 7.
Once it's locked in, Mac, because you put your upgrades to it, I don't think you can take points off of it until the next regular season or off season. I think you're right on that, Mac. Once you upgrade it to that point, you can't take points off, I don't think, until the next off season.
Well, that would be I mean, technically, I guess he could just technically leave. It's not like we changed our coaches or anything. Couldn't he just come back in?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know exactly how that works. Maybe he could retire and then come back.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly.
I think that he could easily do that.
Maybe.
I think what happened is I don't think he created a coach. I think is what the issue is.
Okay.
So whatever came in, he was already above whatever, I think. 4th and 22 regardless here. We'll talk about that at some other point between the coaches. 1 minute and 20 seconds. He's going to take a shot deep over the middle, and it's going to fall incomplete. And unfortunately now, the ball's already at the 7-yard line. If Deez decides to use those timeouts, CazCray doesn't have any first downs to get. I mean, this unfortunately could end up being like a 36-20 game, which really doesn't show how close this freaking game was.
Yeah, I'm probably going to run the ball 3 times here, use Deez's timeouts if he decides to use them, and probably just take a field goal. He looks like he's going to be gentleman rules, actually, and not even try to score.
Yeah, and I don't think Deez is going to use his timeouts either.
No.
Which, honestly, this is huge for the computer's sake, because if the computer sees 36, that drastically changes the algorithm. So, I mean, I'm happy with
It's
that.
20
The computer's-
points, right? 20-point spread, right? Computer or Deez?
Oh, dude, the computer got hosed regardless. Yeah, this is. We can all agree long ago that the computer is going to mess this one up, and it obviously did. It had Deez winning, so anything on that side of it was going to be obviously wrong here. As we begin to wind the clock down here, Nasty, what do you think of this game? What do you think of both these guys after this game?
So, Deez dominated the first quarter. Kaz made the adjustments in the second quarter, and Kaz dominated this half. I mean, with the momentum, it doesn't look like it. Deez played extremely well on defense just to hold him but he did give up, I think, what was it, 10-9, or what was it in the second half? Deez, I mean, how many points did Kaz score here? I mean,
It was 14.
Kaz made those adjustments.
It was 14-9 before that last touchdown, I believe, right? No, it was 14-9 at the half. 14-9 at the half. CazCray
And he took
scored
the
to
lead
open
by
the
one.
half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Kaz, from the first quarter, I mean, from the second quarter on, Kaz controlled this football game. There was a few little things that Deez, I mean, it was one of those things, Deez had almost every break in the first half that you could get, and then it kind of came down to Kaz didn't start making those small errors other than that quarterback fumble, and Kaz just ran with it, and he flipped this momentum of this game, and it was huge. It was huge. Deez played well on defense, and I feel like his offense didn't make that adjustments that we had to see to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, too. And remember, guys, like, CazCray fumbled the opening kickoff, too. Like, he gave his kickoff. So,
Could have got bad.
Yeah, it could have got bad, but we got to give a lot of credit to CazCray, right? I mean, this guy was down 14-0 to DeezDiabetezz, who, based off the coaches and the commentators, ranked him the third best in the G12. So DeezDiabetezz is no slouch. Going down 14-0, you spot 14 points on anybody in the G12, you're going to have a tough time getting yourself back into it, and he was able to do that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Kaz, like I said, this isn't the same player that I played before, and I think the G12 needs to be aware of that, and he's playing good football, and D's coming in with a 38-0 over fantasy, and I know people thought wow, Kaz played good. You can't take anything away from him. There was a few things with the coaching up that thing, but you can't take too much away from Kaz. I don't think he was using it, even if it was on. He played great football today. It just comes down to that.
Yeah, no, he really did. And I think we're going to eventually get head coach of Florida State on the phone in a second. If he's not already here, we'll talk to him. But real quick, DeezDiabetezz got to move on from this. I think he has a couple buys before heading into the rest of his schedule. What's he got to do to get right back on track here? 0-1 now in the conference. Or sorry, 1-1 now. 1-1 now.
Yeah, 1-1. We've seen in the first week with Deez how explosive he really can be, and it felt like when we came into this second game, his playbook wasn't as open in this game, and I think that kind of hurt him because he was staying consistent with those slants. But when we watched the first week, I mean, I can only imagine how many plays, how many motions. We had jet sweeps, we had quarter. I mean, I was calling that play all night. Where was it? Maybe he's seen something. We can sit here all day and say he might have seen something different, but that playbook just doesn't feel like it was open as much as it was on first week.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I don't know if that was just because he got down. You know, sometimes it's easier to be creative when you're winning too, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, he was up 14-0.
That is true. That's a good point. So it'll be interesting to see how Deez responds, obviously, because now, I mean, the thing is, it never gets easier in this league, right? Like, I mean, you can win a game and come back and lose the next three. So it's going to be a tough sledding for everybody in this league. But obviously, you don't want to lose any games. You don't want to drop any close games, especially when you're up 14-0 on somebody. So I'm optimistic. I think Deez will respond well to this, and he'll be able to get his cocks back fully erected in no time.
Oh yeah, the cocks are going to be fully and ready to be loaded in the next game. He's going to be ready to explode, and I think he's going to take these. I think maybe 1 or 2 bye weeks he has. I don't know exactly, but he's gonna bust it open. I mean, he's really going to get it going.
He's gonna bust. All right. Well, while we wait here for CazCray to get in here, I mean, hats off to him,
Thank you,
obviously.
Thursday. Sorry.
But I just can't believe the black and white nature from what we saw versus you, where it looked like he was pushing the ball and a little bit reckless with the football, to how he orchestrated not just the second half, but really the last 3 quarters of this game, where he took care of the football besides a couple fumbles.
Yeah, he definitely and that was what those first week's things. Do we have him in here right now? Is that Kaz that just joined?
Yes, it is.
Well,
up,
welcome
Kaz?
in,
Beautiful game.
head coach of Florida State, getting the dub over DeezDiabetezz. Final score of 29-20. How did it feel to get the first win of the G12?
Honestly, it felt really good. I mean, I had a really rough time, of course, last week, or like 2 weeks ago against Nasty. I feel like that was something that I kind of had to build off, use to build off of, and changed a few things about the playbook, and I was able to get the dub.
Yeah, so what are you thinking there? Down 14, you fumbled the kickoff, you finally get the ball back for the first time on offense with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. What was going through your mind? How are you able to claw your way back into this football game?
Well, I knew Deez was going to come out swinging. That's what he did the first time I played against him, and honestly, he came out.
Did we lose him?
I expected him to play very well. Oh, shit.
No, you're
Wait,
good.
can you guys
You're
hear
good.
me?
I hear you.
Okay.
Can the chat hear you?
Chat, can you hear me?
Sorry. Okay, we're good. Yeah, go ahead, guys.
All right, just wanted to make sure. I knew Deez was going to come out swinging, honestly, and I feel like he played even better than I thought he was going to do. I knew Deez was going to play very well. I knew he was going to come out swinging, and that fumble was a bit demoralizing. I'm not going to lie, but we were able to bounce back offensively. I was able to get a few things going, and then once I was able to get that touchdown at the end of the second quarter, I had a good feeling about going into the third quarter, but I mean, I just think we executed very well offensively. The defense came out really slow, but we were able to get it together.
Yeah, absolutely. Blackman played his ass off tonight, not just on the running, but in the passing game as well. He pretty much carried your team down the stretch there. How would you grade his performance? I know he had that fumble that maybe prolonged the dagger, but at that time was pretty damn scary. How would you grade his performance, and what are you thinking of him moving forward?
I mean, outside of the fumble, I'd say he gave up an AA performance. I'd say overall maybe a B+, because that fumble really hurt. And if Deez would have got that touchdown and the 2-point conversion, we could be talking about a whole different ball game. Because it would have just been a one-score game at that point. So,
Yeah, that was well done, Kaz. I got a couple questions for you. Other than Blackman, who are you thinking that was a big momentum changer and a big player and a player of the game? Other than Blackman, you think made a big impact on this game for you?
I think Hamza Nasruddin came up with a huge interception in the second half. I believe it was the fourth quarter. He got that pick that really turned the game, completely just gave me the momentum right back. Because I know Deez was driving, and then Deez had a guy open. Nasruddin was able to undercut it and get the pick. That was huge for us, to be completely honest.
Yeah, that was a big
That was
momentum
massive.
change. Yeah. One more thing for you guys, for me at least. I know you said it was demoralizing to going in with that 14. It was 7-0. Deez goes all the way down, wastes the whole entire first quarter, and then you come in and get that kickoff, and you break some plays. We almost thought you busted it open, honestly, and then you fumbled. I know you said it was demoralizing, but I mean, how did that feel mentally? How do you, if you had to tell people how did you keep yourself in the game and make sure you didn't get too flustered and stuff like that?
At that point, you're down 14-0, right after that fumble. Deez drives down again to score on a short field. And at that point, it's just I got to calm down, make sure I get points on the next drive, and just take it drive by drive at that point. Take it play by play, one step at a time. I'll work my way out of it.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
I was actually going to rate out myself after this. But I appreciate the sentiment at least. Thank you
All right,
guys
no
so
worries.
much.
Well, CazCray, congratulations on getting your first dub in the G12. Obviously, this is a huge one for you. Any final remarks before we let you get out of here to go party and celebrate your first win in the G12?
There's not really much I have to say outside of that. Like, I'm happy to get my first win in the G12, and hopefully there are many more after this one.
All right, guys, you heard it there first. Thank you so much, Coach Kaz. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Great game, guys.
All right, guys. So first game of the week is over. But we're just getting started here in the G12. We have 3 more games for you this week. Tomorrow night now, Nasty, you're the main focus. Nasty Natty Gaming taking on Baker Vision, the runner-up in the Season 1, Cincinnati versus Ohio State. That game is coming at you tomorrow night. And then we'll have me versus Yofi on Wednesday, followed by Thrizzy and Stoner on Thursday. So a lot of action still to come this week. And as you can tell, things are getting a little bit spicy. As we kind of predicted, Nasty, people are starting to beat one another, right? We all of a sudden, you're at 1-1, CazCray's at 1-1, Deez is at 1-1.
Yeah. I tell you what, if we had any first jittery things on, I mean, we got a few guys that are going to be playing for the first time this week and next week. But I tell you what, the coaches figuring it out. We're starting to see big plays. We're starting to see more consistency. We're starting to see less errors, especially going into this week. We're starting to get into the heat of the battle where things are going to start getting interesting. We're going to start seeing explosiveness. We're going to start seeing better defense. It's getting better. I mean, it's just getting started, but I mean it's going to be top of the line going on forward. It's beautifully done right now.
It really is. And again, big shout out to Fantasy World League in the production truck all night. I mean, he is the godfather behind this entire thing. So much love and respect to him for putting on a fantastic production show.
Fantastic.
I believe we are going to raid now. We're going to be raiding Angelus.
Angelus, yep.
And it will be...
She's a great streamer.
Yeah, great streamer. Fairly new to the NCAA football community. And we'll be heading her way in just 1 second. So for Hardcore CFB and Nasty Natty Gaming, I will see you next time here on the G12 Network. See you later, everybody. Make sure to hit up the Discord.